Hey guys, Cross here, with a new video. Since it is Pride Month, and I am a very proud member of the LGBTQ community, I wanted to do a video basically where I answer some questions and everything. There is already another short little video on my channel, so you can check that out. But, yeah, so I found a 30 question thingy about, like, the LGBTQ community, so I'm just going to go through and answer the questions. Okay, so question number 1 is, what's your sexual orientation? I am pansexual. There's a little more to it than that, but that gets more answered in a question later on. So then we have question number 2 is, what is your romantic orientation? Once again, I am pansexual. I am attracted to both men, women, gender fluid, agender, whatever you are. If I love you, I love you. What age did you start paying attention to the LGBTQ community? So I was always interested in the LGBTQ, even before I knew myself that I was a member of it. I don't know if I was just raised differently than other people, but I was always raised that it's okay to be who you are. Everybody's allowed to be different and have their own opinions, but just because my opinion doesn't match up with somebody else's opinion doesn't mean, their opinion's wrong. Unless you're a hater. But yeah, so I've actually been interested in the LGBT community for years. I originally got more involved in it when I became a teenager. That's when I came out, but yeah. I'm pretty sure there's another question later on about how I came out, so we'll just continue on for now. So the next question is, have you studied LGBTQ history? I have and I haven't. I haven't, intentionally, sought it out to study, but I have learned a lot about it. Something I actually learned recently was the first LGBT, Pride was, orchestrated by a person with, a darker skin tone. So the whole, Black Lives Matter actually links into the LGBTQ, which I didn't know originally. I support both equally. And, yes, I'm a big supporter, and I believe, like I said, everybody has the right to be who they are and love who they are and be who they are. So, in that sense, I've looked up history about it. Have I studied LGBT theory? Once again, I wouldn't really say studied, but, I've looked into it. Okay, do you have a local LGBTQ+ community? Yes and no. I guess technically, because I have a lot of friends that are, LGBTQ, but, we don't have, I don't know, we don't have, meetings or anything, we don't discuss, stuff like this all the time, so, I guess it's the word, community that's throwing me off. But yeah, so it's, next question is gender identity. I am female. Cis female, born female, I am female. Next question is, what pronouns do you use? I use she, her, but I will also answer to pretty much anything that's not meant rude, That's a weird way. Okay, so I mentioned earlier about how I'm currently pans, but this next question kind of rolls into this, and it's, have you changed your sexual orientation label because you felt a term no longer accurately described you? Yes. So, when I was younger, I was straight. I liked men. Or boys, technically, because I was a kid. And then around high school, I started realizing I liked girls, mainly because I had a big crush on this one girl who actually ended up becoming, my first girlfriend. So then I was like, maybe I'm lesbian. And then I started realizing I was crushing on guys and girls. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm bi. Then I was bi for a bit. And then I discovered pansexual, being pan. And, that fits me perfectly, because I don't care about gender. I don't care about like how you define yourself. Like I said earlier, I believe everybody has a right to be themselves, and if I'm interested in somebody romantically or sexually or whatever it might be, then I'm interested in them. Like the person could identify as an attack helicopter, and if I'm attracted to them, I'm attracted to them. End of story, you know what I mean? Okay. What's your favorite flag in the LGBTQ community? Honestly, I don't really have one. They are all beautiful in their own way. Like, I guess technically I like the original rainbow just because the rainbow I find to be very pretty colors. But to say I have a favorite flag, I don't. Like, all the flags are valid. I feel like if I pick favorites, it means I'd be like putting down another flag, and I don't want to do that. Next question is, have you ever bought LGBTQ Pride merchandise? Yes. I've been to Pride. I've been to small local prides in my area. I've been to Pride out in Toronto, the big events. I've been to other like local events and everything. And yes, I've bought merchandise. I've gotten, flags, t-shirts, clothing, bracelets, like you name it. If I see something with rainbows on it, I know it's kind of cliche, but I am drawn to it. Okay. Next question is, have you ever joined a school-based or community-based LGBTQ organization? No. No. I mean, once again, like, outside of my main friend group, so, like, I don't know if that counts, but, like, an organization, like, no, I don't raise money or anything. I would like to. So it's the wording of the question that's throwing me off a little bit, but no, I'm not part of any organizations. Okay. Have you ever made a pride flag for the LGBTQ community? Yes, I've made. I don't know if it'd really be like a flag, but like I've made like props or like little paper flags. I guess that counts. So yeah, yes, technically yes. Have you ever made pride related art? I'm not really artistic. I'm artistic, but like I'm not good at drawing. I am, as you've seen like from my previous videos, I prefer to do photography, and I have done like pride photo shoots. So I guess if that counts, then yes. Do I have a favorite LGBTQ celebrity? Once again, I think this is going to be a kind of like generic of an answer, but I really like Ellen DeGeneres for many reasons. Like, I know there's like a whole controversy around her not being as sweet as she appears on television, and I don't really know if that's true or not. All I know is the Ellen I've seen on TV, the Ellen I've read about, like I've looked up on the internet. I like her. Okay, so have you ever gotten body modifications based on your identity? So I wouldn't necessarily say based on identity. Like, I'm guessing it's supposed to refer to like like gender modifications or changes, like sex change. I've never gotten like anything like that. Like I said, I identify cis female. I was born female. But I do have piercings and tattoos. Are you out of the closet with your family? I was never in the closet, to be honest. Funny story about like my whole coming out. The first person I technically ever told was, we're not really friends so much anymore, but a friend of mine at the time. She was younger than me and was still like in grade school. I was already in high school. And her response was to run up and down the street going, "Hey!" My real name's like Yvonne. So it's like, "Hey, Yvonne's gay." And she actually runs up to like a guy I used to have a crush on. It's like, "Hey, do you know she's gay?" And blah, blah, blah. And like running up and down the street. And I'm just like, why? Like, why? And she goes up, my mom comes outside to like call me in for dinner. And she goes, "Do you know your daughter's gay?" And my mom goes, "Yeah, time for dinner." And that was it. I've spoken to my mom about it. And, like, she saw all the signs, like I said, I was never in the closet, but, like, she knew I was like gay before even I knew I was gay, if you get what I mean. So the next question is, are you out of the closet with your personal friends? Yes, obviously. As I've said before, I have a lot of LGBTQ friends. Like, yes, I'm out. Like, so the next one is, are you out of the closet with your online friends? Yes. Like, with online friends, like, I don't know them necessarily in person, and it's not something I automatically bring up whenever I meet somebody new, like playing a game or something. But if it comes up, yes, I will admit, yes, like, I have a beautiful girlfriend currently, I am gay, But it's not something, I don't always try to bring my sexuality into the conversation. If it's brought up, I will answer it. So yes, I am out to anybody who will hear it. Have you ever coined a gender identity? So the issue I have with this question is I don't exactly know what it means by coined. Like, does it mean like I've like switched gender identity? Like, I don't really understand what it means. So like I'm female. I'm just like. So then the next one is, have you ever coined a sexual orientation? And once again, I don't exactly know what it means by coined. But like I like men, I like women, I like people without a gender, so whatever. It's the word coins that's throwing me off. Like, I don't know how to answer that. Okay, the next is, what's your favorite fictional LGBTQ couple? So then the next question after that is, what's your favorite LGBTQ fictional, like, character? And so this actually goes hand in hand. One of my all-time favorite LGBTQ characters is, once again, I feel like this is going to sound like really cliche, but I'm obsessed with Adventure Time. And I really like Marceline the Vampire Queen and Princess Bubblegum. But I don't know. I also really like Ruby and Sapphire from Steven Universe. So I think for my favorite character herself would have to be Marceline, but one of my favorite couples would probably have to be Ruby and Sapphire, aka Garnet. Because like, how can you not love those two adorable little beans? And Rebecca Sugar does like such a good job with with Steven Universe, with like gender and sexuality. I could literally just talk about that on its own. Okay. So the next one is, have you ever made educational items regarding the LGBTQ community? I don't like. I've never. No, I guess. Because once again, like, I don't teach this, I don't, so no, like, once again, the question kind of throws me off, but no, okay. Next question is, are you currently in a romantic relationship? Yes, I am. Quite recently, as of this year, if you've been following me, like, on my channel, you would have already seen videos with me and my beautiful girlfriend, but this year, one of my best friends became my girlfriend, and I couldn't be happier. She's amazing. She's adorable. I love her. So yes, I am currently in a romantic relationship. Okay, next question is, do you celebrate different LGBTQ events? Yes. I've celebrated Pride. I've like the lesbian, like the gay, the pan, like whatever. Any excuse to be like, hey, I'm here, I'm queer, I will celebrate. Okay. Have you ever made an LGBTQ character? So I'm guessing when it says character, it means like OC, like original characters. And yes, I'm a big nerd. I have like a bunch of OCs. I write fanfic, the whole the whole 9 yards. And I have several characters that are gay or bi. Like, I have several characters that are like on the spectrum. Once again, I could go on for hours just blabbing about all my characters. But yes, okay. Next question is, what's your favorite thing about the LGBTQ community? Honestly, I love, for the most part, this can't be said for every single person in the community, but in general, I love the fact that, for the most part, the community is just so open and loving, for the most, you go to like a pride event and there's, like, if your parents, rejected you because of your reality, I will love you, I will be your mother, I will be your father, your sister, your brother, and they'll just be like, just I love you, I love you, I love you, and it's just in general the community is just so loving and warm, and we've all experienced hate at one point because of being, how we are. Like, when I say we, I mean like the LGBTQ. So, like, we've experienced so much hate. I personally have, like, I've lost friends because of it. I've lost family members because of, coming out. But, like, I'm not gonna let that stop me. And just, I love how open and wonderful the community is. Okay, and the last question is, what's a fact you know of about the LGBTQ community? As I stated before, the original Pride had a lot to do with, like, Black Lives Matter. I found like, I know stuff about, like, the original drag queens. Once again, this is something I could go on and on and on about. Just, I know a lot. And yeah, that should have been all 30 questions, unless I'm a dumb bum and I miss questions, because I do have a tendency to accidentally skip questions. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share. I don't really say that a lot. Not share, subscribe. Words that come in my mouth don't make sense sometimes. But yeah, this has been CrossWolf. I hope you enjoy the video. And yeah, happy Pride Month. Love you all. Bye.